Family of courses in the cement industry. Present to you. How to operate main burner for rotary kiln cement from the beginning. Rotary kiln main burner is a combustion process equipment, which is very important in the cement production process. Because good or bad clinker production quality is determined here, and the clinker quality will affect the overall cement quality. Before starting up the rotary kiln operation, it must be preheated for 24 to 36 hours, depending on how long the rotary kiln stops to replace the refractory bricks. The process of burning fuel in the main burner greatly determines the quality and capacity of the clinker produced. So operating this main burner requires special knowledge and skills, or has good experience in the field. The temperature required for the combustion process in the rotary kiln is around 1608 degrees C, and the heat used to react raw meal into clinker is radiant heat from the fuel combustion process in the main burner. How to operate main burner for rotary kiln cement, from the beginning of production. Operating the main burner of a cement rotary kiln from the start of production involves a strictly controlled sequence, to protect the refractory lining and ensure stable clinker quality. Firstly, preparation and initial ignition. Before operation, all safety checks, equipment inspections, and burner alignment must be completed. 1. Initial draft setup. Set the preheater draft to -1.5 to -2.5 millibar, and rotary kiln head draft to -0.2 to -0.4 millibar. 2. Starting auxiliary systems. Activate primary air fans and blowers, starting pressure 800 to 1000 millimeters water gauge, compressors and water pumps. 3. Ignition. Start with a pilot flame, or diesel or heavy fuel oil burner. If using solid fuel for ignition, a bed of combustible material like wood may be required to raise the temperature high enough for coal to ignite. 4. Fuel sequence. Always follow the fire first, then air, rule to prevent gas accumulation and potential explosions. Secondly, controlled heating, preheating phase, A. The rotary kiln must be heated gradually according to a specific heating up curve, typically 12 to 24 hours, to allow uniform expansion. A. 1. Temperature gradient. Increase the temperature at a rate of 20 to 358 degrees C per hour, for new linings or up to 508 degrees C per hour, for minor repairs. 2. Holding patterns. Pause the temperature rise for approximately 3 hours. When the sintering zone reaches 308 degrees C, and again at 500 to 558 degrees C, to allow the refractory to catch up with gas temperatures. 3. Rotary kiln rotation. Run the rotary kiln on the auxiliary drive periodically, for example 90 to 128 degrees C, every 15 to 45 minutes, based on the rotary kiln inlet temperature to prevent shell warping. 3rd. Transition to solid fuel and main drive. Once the rotary kiln reaches critical internal temperatures, the process transitions to normal production fuel and rotation. 1. Coal firing. Introduce pulverized coal when the sintering zone temperature reaches approximately 450 to 558 degrees C. Gradually increase coal while decreasing oil or diesel. 2. Main drive start. Switch from auxiliary drive to the main drive at a minimum speed, for example 0.6 to 0.8 rpm, once the rotary kiln shell reaches roughly 308 degrees C, or the sintering zone approaches 908 degrees C. 3. Refining parameters. Maintain O2 levels around 4% to 7% initially, and ensure CO is below 0.2%, by adjusting the induced draft ID fan damper SAW. 4th. Commencing material feeding. Feeding begins only after the rotary kiln system reaches stable thermal equilibrium. 1. Feeding threshold. Start raw meal feeding when the rotary kiln inlet temperature reaches approximately 908 degrees C, for preheater rotary kilns, or the sintering zone is at roughly 950 to 1008 degrees C. 2. Initial feed rate. Start at a minimum rate, for example 10% to 35%, of nominal load, and increase proportionally with rotary kill speed. 3. Calciner startup. If equipped, start the pre-calciner burner after initial feeding to maintain the calciner outlet temperature between 868 degrees C and 888 degrees C. Thanks for following the channel, Courses in the Cement Industry. And please help us to continue and provide more information, by subscribe to the membership, and inviting your colleagues to watch this channel.